Hey everybody, Dr. Estes here, Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance, another one of our latest installments. It is summertime here in Florida. It's late July. That means that school is about to come back into session. But that means also that school fall sports are about to get into the swing of things, and kids have actually probably already been participating in some summer activities to prepare for their sport of choice coming up here in the fall. And so today's little video installment is going to be talking about injury prevention and how a solid physical therapy program focused on strength, balance, proprioception, and plyometric strength can help reduce injury prevention. So this one out there is not only for the kids, for your adolescent sports, but also for the parents of adolescents who are participating in sports. So again, I wanted to kind of share with you the research, what the research shows about injury reduction. So, again, did a little Google Scholar search, read through some articles, and we got some recent ones that we're going to talk about. So the first one is by Rossler et al. This was from 2014, a systematic review of general exercise-based injury prevention programs, just kind of focusing on strength, neuromuscular control, balance, and again, plyometrics. And this is a systematic review of almost 28,000 athletes. 28,000, that's a pretty solid sample size, I would say. And this led to, so these exercise programs focusing on, again, strength, balance, plyometric strength, resulted in a 40% injury reduction, and that's for any type of injury throughout the course of the season. And this is regardless of skill level. So your kids who are sub-elite or your elite kids, it didn't matter about skill level, and it didn't matter for the type of sport either. They looked at football, they looked at handball, similar to soccer and hockey here, and they looked at basketball. And so that, again, 28,000 kids that were in the study, 40% injury reduction rate. So I'm going to mispronounce this. Soomro et al. Soomro. They looked at the efficacy of injury prevention programs in adolescent team sports. Another meta-analysis, and this was 2016, the American Journal of Sports Medicine. 8,500 total subjects in this one. They did looked at 10 total studies. Soccer, basketball, and again, handball. I'm not sure why handball is so popular, but hey, it's still a sport, right? And so these injury prevention programs, they looked, again, at stability, balance, and some sport-specific movements and some general strengthening. And this led to, an injury reduction rate between 32 and 40%. So we're looking at around 40% injury reduction rate. And how long did this stuff take? So it did for about 25 minutes before each game or practice, like a 5-minute warm-up and then 2 separate 10-minute blocks of specific exercises. And then also at least once a week, they would have the kids do 10 to 20 minutes at home of their own kind of balance and like a wobble board exercise program. So you're talking, say you have 2 practices a week and you got 1 game. Okay, so that's 75 minutes, another 20 minutes home. We're talking about like an hour and a half per week. And you can reduce the injury in youth sports at least 40%. That's a pretty big number, I would say. And again, these looked at total injuries, any sort of injury. So when you factor in, then they have other specific studies that look at specific injuries. So for example, Gagnier et al. And Meyer et al., they both did systematic reviews looking at just ACL injury prevention. Again, similar type of setup, strength, balance, proprioception. 50% and 72% respectively. Injury reduction rate, 72%. That's insane. All you have to do is invest a little extra time and have some guidance of some clinician or trainer who has the tools to make sure that people are doing exercises properly. And hey, guess what? That's what we do. And you can reduce the injury reduction rates. An ACL injury is something that's going to knock you out for at least 9 months, 9 to 12 months before you can probably get back to the same level. And that's before you maybe factor in some other kinesiophobia, psychological effects that may come along with that. So you can reduce that from happening just by doing some injury prevention. So again, it's the summertime. Sports are about to get in full swing. I know it's about football season, soccer season somewhere. So these studies kind of looked at the overall injury reduction rate, and so 40% for general injury reduction rates. So if you look at some specific numbers, even higher than that, if you break it down to specific injury reductions. So what do we do about it? Well, that's where physical therapy comes in. So here at Premier, again, we have doctors of physical therapy. Our training is to put everyone through functional movement screens, and we can break down how you move and make sure you're moving correctly, you're moving the right way, and you're not moving in a way that could lead to injury. And then we prescribe specific exercises based off of limitations that we find, and we stick to that. And again, you look at these studies, and you do things for about an hour and a half per week, and you can find results. You can get results, and you can reduce injuries from happening. So if you want your kids, or if your kids are watching out there and you don't want to miss a season, you don't want to miss more than that, you don't want to miss a chance at potentially earning a partial or full scholarship to college, this is how you do it. So again, we're Premier Physical Therapy. We're here in Clearwater, Florida, serving the Tampa Bay, St. Pete area. And again, we have board certified orthopedic doctors of physical therapy on staff. I myself am also a USA weightlifting coach. So we are trained to look and analyze at how you move, and then address and prescribe specific exercises to get you to your sport and have you perform better in your sport. And physical therapy can be preventative. You do not have to wait until you're hurt. Let's prevent that injury from happening. So as usual, if you like what you see, subscribe, share, follow us. We are on Facebook, Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance in Clearwater, and we are on Instagram at Run Tampa Bay. Website ptandsportstherapy.com. So if you have any questions, any doubts, or if you just want to get checked out, call us up here at the clinic. You can come on in. Very least, we can do an evaluation and determine if you actually need our services, and we can help again reduce those injury rates with those youth athletes. That's all I got for today. Hope you guys have a good one. Stay cool out there in the summertime and stay safe.